Alright, hello everybody! Welcome to Hollow Knight current patch, no major glitches, any percent. My name's Soaring Sloth, and with me is GaffeyTaffy. Would you like to introduce yourself, Gaffey?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first off, thanks for having me on. I'm super excited to be showing off Hollow Knight. It's become one of my favorite games this past year. I'm not the best at it. I'm not bad by any means. Don't worry, you'll still get a good showcase, but I'm excited to show it off. And, yeah, so this is Hollow Knight. You may notice, hey, that's not a language I comprehend on the front of the screen already. But this is for speed purposes later. It causes dialogue boxes to come up. And, oh, I love to see the support. Hi, Jokima. Hi, everybody. It's very late. But if you know this game at all, there is a bid war for killing or sparing Mila. So, if you have a soul, you'll want to save Mila. If you like haha funny memery, then you'll want to take out Mila. I'm excited to be with you guys so far. It has been great. I love to see that we've already hit 1,225 pounds. I'm hoping to see that go up a little bit today, too.
Me as well.
But I am about all set whenever you guys are ready with the timer.
I am ready to start when you are.
Alright, let me delete that save real quick. Had to get a little practice in before. And normally, time will start as soon as we start dropping, but you tell me when, or you know, give me a countdown, we'll be good to go.
In that case, I'll count from 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Sounds good.
And yeah. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. So there are a lot of options there, but obviously we're picking the first one. This is current patch, which is a little bit different. A lot of people tend to run on 1.2.2.1, which is a down patch version, has a little more speed tech. You get to skip a little bit, but I first started on this patch. It's kind of cozy. There's some things I like about it, and quite frankly, I just have unfinished business with it. So I'll move down to down patch soon enough, but not quite yet. And if you haven't seen this game, well, welcome to Bug Souls, or Hollow Knight. You play as the knight, and I'll give you a brief rundown since this is a Metroidvania. That means we don't start off with any abilities, and gradually we're going to grab more and more so that way we can progress through the game. Right now, we've just got jump and a slash, and our sword is called a nail, and everything here is a bug. So starting off, we want to use what we can to kind of skip some of the game. Little things like that, jumping off a bug to a higher platform, save some time. You may notice in the top left there is a white circle and then 5 faces. The faces, or your masks, is your health in the game, and the white circle is your soul meter, which is essentially your magic and healing, everything that would require some. Ultimately, you can hold up to 9 soul charges, and you replenish them by hitting objects with your nail. Now we're making our way to Dirtmouth. The first thing in the game, it slows you down for cinematic purposes or something. So we're going to start jumping. Just a lot of jumping. Say hi to Elderbug, but not really. Just wave past him. He's a little sad, but he'll be alright. Make like little Timmy and jump down the well.
We just got a $20 donation from Solarium. Shout out to my boy Gaffey!
Oh, I love Solarium.
Love to support your runs, my dude. Good luck and Hollow that night. I don't know, I've never played the game before.
Oh, wow, okay, so a little bit RNG on if bugs will be in your way as you're falling down there. So to get double hit is really unlucky, but hey, only in a marathon, right? Next, I'm going to attempt the double nail, which is using scenery from the game, and I hit the wall. Alright. Actually, because I don't want to be the guy that dies in a marathon, we're going to heal up real quick. Typically, you would want to hit that falling piece of rock and make it hit the 2 aspids that are spawning. As we're making our way, though, we are heading towards the first boss of the game, This is the False Knight coming up, and what we're going to want to do is just hit him until he's in a more vulnerable position and not take another hit. Oy vey. Now I'm curious, do we happen to see, did Solarium put his towards saving or killing Mila? I just gotta determine his character real quick.
No, neither. It did not go to any. Although,
okay.
I think someone's bound to put something. There's nothing in either category right now, so if anyone wants to influence that, they certainly can right now.
Ooh, I'm scared.
I might get on it.
But real quick, we want to catch his jumps while he's opening his face. We're going to heal up real quick and hit him with the... right there, 8 times. If you play this game casually, you might not have noticed when he throws his temper tantrum in the middle there, he damages the infrastructure and we're able to just break our way out. Now, if you're playing the game casually, you might want to get the item because it gives you a key to get to the City of Tears, but we are going to use a different path to get there. Something interesting about the game, and at least the any percent version, your nail is kind of weak. And so in a typical playthrough, you'll upgrade it. But what we're going to do here is pick up the Vengeful Spirit, or Fireball is what most speedrunners call it. And this is going to do the majority of your damage throughout the entire run. Just for numbers' sake, a Vengeful Spirit is worth 16 and later gets upgraded to be 20 damage, that's just about, while your nail only does like 4 or 5.
If I might intrude, isn't it like isn't like the damage depend on like the level of your nail?
It will also scale the boss's damage, yeah, or boss's health.
That's what I was thinking of.
Casual enemies will die the same, but some bosses scale. Which, the most fun of current patch, something that kind of gets mitigated on down patch, we get counting with balders. So I'm going to shoot him with 2 fireballs, and wow, unbelievable actually, a 1-spit balder. What I was going to explain was that he has a chance to shoot a lava, or a chance to spit a baby balder. And I've seen it go as bad as 15 spits before you get a baby balder, and you need the baby balders to get some soul for fireballs since he takes 4 fireballs, and you can only hold 3. Hopefully, we get another 1-spit balder and get really lucky. So if I get a little bit of praise, a little bit of praying on our way up, that would be wonderful. We do want to fill up our soul while we're on our way up, just so that we can get our fireballs out. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3's not so bad. Now we are in the Green Path, which has a amazing soundtrack to it. Highly recommend even if you haven't played this game, Christopher Larkin makes wonderful music. And Hollow Knight definitely has some of the best.
I can second that.
We're going to attempt our first fireball skip, which is just using the momentum from using the fireball and skipping to a ledge that normally wouldn't be possible unless you had other abilities. So 1 sec. And missed it a bit, but we do have a backup. This is the lovely Squit. We're gonna give him a nice pet. Thank you, Squit. But
also, if I might ask, from seeing a chat message, is today your birthday?
No, it was recently my birthday, earlier this month.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you, appreciate it. I didn't get my jump input there. That's not very awesome. Oh no. Oh no. Once again, and you'll see this is a recurring thing, we want to maximize our soul while we make our way to the next area, so that way we can get quicker boss kills. And he gave me the dash back, which is lovely. That's the first time of a few times we're going to see where you can shoot one fireball, and because of the boss's momentum or size, you can actually hit them multiple times. In this case, it's really nice because I don't have to gather more soul for this coming up area. Now our next boss, Vengefly King. There's a lovely setup where you can just instantly kill him. And we're gonna want that Geo for later, for sure. Which, hey, I guess I didn't bother to tell you what that is. Geo is the other thing in our top left of the HUD. That's your currency in the game, or like souls if you have played a Souls game. And they're little rocks. They get scattered apart whenever you take enemies out. Now this is Hornet. You may recognize her from that game that's definitely coming out this year. Copium.
We can dream.
We can dream, that's right. So you'll notice every time we stagger her, she likes to jump. So I'm trying to keep her in the corner as much as possible, as well as hitting her out of her stagger, so that way she stays over there. Get those fireballs out as soon as we get them. By finishing that boss, our dead brother on the ground there gives us the Mothwing Cloak, which is the dash, and it makes the game a whole lot more fun. Now, much like Dark Souls having bonfires, we use these benches, and because I did not use a bench anywhere else, we're going to save quit so we can get back to a central location so we can get to our next item quicker. Some people may be familiar, we're going to head down to the Mantis Village and try and perform an explosion pogo to get wall cling and just general wall bounces. As I make my way down here, I'm going to try my best not to hard fall as little as possible. We take one. And yeah, as I'm making my way through about 3 more rooms, if you got any other incentives coming up, feel free.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to pull this up.
No worries.
Upcoming polls include Jawa and Fushi for Harry Potter, as well as naming the night in Happy Camper, as well as the color of the night. And many more. I also can't take this time to talk about the cause we are supporting. Haven House. Haven House provides brown and claw care at our hospice, surrounded in beautiful grounds and woodland in Woodford Green, and through our outreach services in the home and local community. We provide daycare, overnight stays, end-of-life care, bereavement support, as well as life-enriching activities such as sensory play, music therapy, and sociotherapy. We provide care and support where and when our families need us. Hospice care does not mean that a child is near to the end of their life. We are here from the time a devastating diagnosis is made to help our families have choice, quality of life, and to make the most of the precious time they have together. If anyone wants to donate to our cause and work towards the polls and bid wars active currently, they can type exclamation mark donate in our chat to get a direct link towards our cause.
That is a crazy good cause. I couldn't imagine a better one.
Me neither.
Now, sigh of relief for sure. Explosion Pogo on current patch is a little scuffed, and admittedly I've been kind of playing another category where you do that trick differently, and I nailed it, so that always feels good. The Mantis Pogo, which is again just a little time save by jumping off enemies, got the solid backup, but not the primary. But right now, we're going to use 50 of that Geo to buy a Stag Station, which is a fast travel system throughout the game, kind of a metro. And you ride on a giant beetle, which is very cool. And make our way to the next boss. The thing I love about this category in this game in general is that you try and really optimize the boss kills. So right there is a slash fireball. Oh, I did not mean to do that there. But into another slash double fireballs, because your fireballs actually cancel out the attack animation if you do it immediately after a swing of the nail. And we get to get some kisses from the lovable Salubra. He's going to give us the Shaman Stone, which is a charm, which is like an equipable item, and this is what's going to give our fireballs even more damage. Make them a little bit bigger, too. Now remind me, chat, I always forget, after I death abuse here, I need to equip Shaman Stone. We're going to talk to Sly, who's the shopkeep. He's got a little high C on his head, silly goose. And much like Dark Souls, when you do die, you have to go recover your Geo, you lose a third of your soul, and it gives it this this tangible form. So we're actually going to utilize this form. He's doing a fireball, not very nice. We're going to utilize this form, jump on the wall, dive onto him so we can cling up to here, so we can go to the Blue Lake way earlier than intended, and this is going to take us over to the right side of the City of Tears, an area that has our next progression item. And just like that, I did forget Shaman Stone. I always do. There is a good place for it later, so no worries. For some reason, when I first started learning this game, I would put it on immediately after sitting at the bench, but because it pops up another menu, it's a very inefficient thing to do, so I'm still trying to get over that muscle memory. Now, this game's lore is very deep. It's very good. I highly recommend it. If you don't play the game and get it, then watch a YouTube video, because it's not always very apparent. There's lore things in game. It's a little tricky, but this is basically telling us there's 3 dreamers. In order to save the day, we need to go collect their souls. So they're giving us a little trial or something, a little jump puzzle, so we can get the Dream Nail, which allows us to read the minds of others and also collect essence. I don't know. We just get a cool lightsaber.
This is true.
Now, this is always where a lot of people can get really custom, where you like to jump on these dream platforms. I just like to go about skip every one and play it a little bit safer. Now, real quick, it's a little rare if it happens or not. But let's see if we can skip talking to Seer. Almost. So you can get early control, and if you make it out the door, it's a lot faster. But, yeah, well. It doesn't happen too much on current patch. But hey, deja vu. So our whole objective in the game now, what it tried to tell us, but obviously we don't, most of us probably don't read Mandarin, is that we need to go find the 3 dreamers, collect their essence, so we can unlock the Black Egg and go defeat the Hollow Knight. which is not us. We're just the vessel. We're the knight. We're ghost, if you're on a first name basis. Since I need to bench anyway, I'm gonna take a hit there, not kill those guys, so that way I can get a little early access. And pick up our first relic. These are items that we're gonna sell later for Geo. And that's right, just do a quick little damage abuse. Put on our Shaman Stone. Thank you, I almost forgot you, Spellbrain. And this is the Gorgeous Husk. She is a lovely lady with a bit of a dumper on her. But we're going to try and hit her up, smack her away, and then fireball her so it hits multiple times. And since that's the majority of our damage, we're going to get a much quicker kill and a bunch of money for it. Yay, thank you, Gorgeous Husk. Have a good one. Specifically, a very dank 420, Geo. Thank you, Gorgeous Husk. Now I'm going to make sure not to forget it now because of my D-Rust. I forgot to go hit this lever, which we're going to need later. Now we're going to utilize this background to get up to this area where typically it would like you to have a double jump or something of that nature. I'm gonna bench for safety because, well, it's a marathon. You never know. You guys make me nervous. Now, hey, if you've watched a down patch version of this game, you might not have ever seen this guy. I call him a DLC boss because we just need him to open up the lever over in the other room. So that way we can go up the spire further. But yeah, since you can just hit the lever actually necessary, you don't have to fight him in down patch, which is kind of nice. But we're going to come up on the Watcher Knights, who are easily the biggest skill gap once you start doing this game, and then specifically this category. You're intended to come here when you have many more skills, a little more health, a lot more damage, but utilizing that Shaman Stone and Fireball, it's possible. A lot of people, when they're new to the game, this is the first boss where like, oh, screw this.
There have been many times where I've started a Steel Soul run, it's ended in this fight.
We're hoping he does 3 swings on us and then rolls away. Not bounces. We don't like bounces. The idea is I jump over him, get behind him, and then shoot fireballs so it hits multiple times. And then when there's 2 of them, you would really like if they're on the same side of your fireball, so that way one fireball hits both of them. And that's just efficient damage. Oh, I did not mean to jump off that wall. I'm gonna heal real quick just to be safe. I'm really nervous. Okay, good. One is very manageable. And we're done. Woo! My heart is racing, though.
I got this. Dude, I was staying silent throughout all that because I was like, look, that fight's hard, all right? Look, if you can do that first try, I have massive respect for you, man.
That was definitely... When I was learning this category, I thought, I'm not doing this run. I had just beat the game. I never use spells. So to learn that the majority of my damage is from spells, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a game I just don't learn. But then the fact that I failed it so much, I was like, I want it even more. I have to run this game. Now this is our first streamer. Very creatively, you'll see he has one eye. Maybe the next one has two, and then the other has three. Crazy. We're just gonna suck his essence, his being. Basically gives us a nod of approval, and that's cool. Also, luckily, if you are worried, you also get healed. So we are all good to go. And much deserved. Drop down the elevator, which is slower than us, so we don't use it. And we get some nice money. And this pretty much sets us up for the rest of the run, which is really nice. After, obviously, the relics as well. Now, it's at this point, if you played the game, you have the option of either going to get your next spell, which allows you to dive down and also break certain objects, like breakable floors in the game, or you can get a lantern, which will enable you to go to dark areas such as Crystal Peak. It is a lot faster to go get the lantern, and especially since it's on the way to go pick up those relics, we can pick it up, but it does cost 1800 Geo. So you do have to collect those relics so we can sell them to our good friend Lem. Unfortunately, he's on a lunch break, so we gotta go pick him up right there. There's the shop right there, though. This is real demonstration of where having simplified Chinese comes in handy, because each box, I think this section alone of just mashing to sell these things probably saves about a minute. Maybe not that much, but it's a decent amount. Amadelka. And man, I don't know what it is, but anybody that's played this game, we cannot help it. We share one brain cell. You have to say the voice lines for a lot of the characters. But now we are going to head back up to Dirtmouth, the lovely city that we started in, so that way we can go buy that lantern and go to Crystal Peak. Here's that stag fast travel system I was talking about earlier, by the way, guys.
It's him.
And yo, Dylan, thank you. Good luck on your next run. We do have Spyro Vortex coming up, which is an insane category. I love it. Cool runner as well.
I will also be hosting that.
Alright, remember to take that bench. It's actually kind of important. And now we head back to the crossroads, but this time you'll see, because we've progressed in the story, it's now infected, so the enemies are much more lethal, and also bigger. This is my least favorite room in the entire run. But luckily the first guy wasn't a troll, second guy looking like he might be a little bit, I'm scared. We're good. That room has gone terrible for me before.
You know, after seeing it once already, I can see why.
But now, I have a love-hate relationship for Crystal Peaks. It is very aesthetic. I love it. But it's also extremely cycle-dependent. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong. You mess up one little thing, you're messing up 20 other things. So what I'm hoping for, we're gonna see if I can get these perfect wall jumps coming up into this next room so I can just avoid all the lasers. And one little bump like that is going to set me off just a little bit. Ultimately, not for any damage or anything though, we just go a little slower. It's fine. Take an intentional damage abuse there to make these cycles. Wonderful, you love to see it. And I have soul. And one try, inventory drop to the fans. Nope, not today. Not today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dash jump, dash. We're gonna intentionally damage abuse up here so that way we can catch the god cycle and not have to stop for lasers, because stopping for things is slow and stinky. Beautiful. Underplat for the fans. That's right. Oh, this was a good one. I once had, well, I've had a lot of runs die here, but I don't normally have that much health. And we now have the Crystal Heart, which enables us to do a very long dash. As long as you can go forward, you can move, and it's really nice to have and is going to help us get to the next boss. Our second dreamer and Umu. Anybody that has seen this run knows how much we love Umu, which is just a giant RNG jellyfish. One, oh my goodness. So I'm going to attempt to use that Crystal Dash and Mantis combination to cling to the wall, since we don't have Isma's Tear, which is an item that lets you skip acid, and I pull it off. Okay, never mind. I was a little worried, but why should I have been? It's free, easy. It's not free or easy. But yeah, that is really good. Let's get a safety bench up in here. It would cost pretty much the same amount of time to heal 3 masks as it would just to use it, so I'm going to do that. And definitely in a marathon setting, you don't want to die to Umu. That is several minutes that, are not good to lose. Basically, what Umu does is 2 set attack patterns. One is fast, one is slow. This is the example of fast with set location electricity. The other is a slow, where it chases you. So wow, 2 fast in a row is really good. Umu does 3 attacks on the first phase, and then becomes susceptible to damage when our homie Coral shows up. we are going to hopefully be able to take Umu out in 3 cycles. Making sure to get those dream nails in as well, so that way we can get more soul, because like I said, our fireball is the primary source of damage, and really unlucky. After the first phase, it should only be 2 attacks, but this Umu decided to do 3 attacks, which is not very cool. Bad Umu. But should only be a couple hits away. Didn't get that dream nail. That's a yikes. Because I didn't get that dream nail, we didn't get another fireball, so now we get another cycle. But just like that, it seems easy, and in a casual playthrough, you're like, oh yeah, it's not that difficult of a boss. But when you're trying to speedrun it, little things like that definitely add up. So that alone right there would have cost... Wow, okay. Would have cost a decent amount. But hey, look at this lovely vat. We'll talk to Quirrell real quick and reveal our second dreamer. So, just like that, we are almost finishing up. The third dreamer is a lot closer than the first and the second are to each other. So, definitely last chances, because after we get the third dreamer, I think we're gonna close the bid war, and it will determine the fate of Mila. Here's where the run can really diverge. So it saves a little bit of time. You can perform another acid skip and make your way to the Queen's Garden Arena. And it's slightly faster, but what I'm going to show you guys today, because one, I think it's cool, and also it's a little bit easier. So I like it. It's the Deep Nest route, which... not the best area, but the strat is very cool because you do pick up the Spore Shroom, which on 1432, which is, like I said, the console patch, Spore Shroom for some reason does a really high amount of damage, which you'll see it later. We'll go into it when we see it. For now, let's just make our way down. And yeah, if you're like me and you don't like spiders and low visibility, then Deep Nest was probably not your favorite area while you're playing the game. But real quick, let's go get that Spore Shroom. It's just hanging out down here. And we're gonna damage abuse to get back up where we were. If you don't mess up your movement here, you can catch cycles really well. Like that centipede, not the most free. I definitely, until somewhat recently, I never hit that. It's very easy, by the way, to get lost in here. Definitely whenever I do like randomizers, I'll not go to deepness if I can avoid it, just because I always get turned around. So you can see real quick how this game kind of winds together. Like now that we have C-dash, now that we have wall cling and dashes, that the movement becomes just so fluid, so wonderful. Now it's real important on these little platforms that I don't fall. Otherwise we have to do this whole area over again, and it's not fun. Always happy to not get hit by that guy. But hey, look at that. We were invited to a birthday party. Everybody's saying hi, come take a break. Except for it gets a little weird. It looks like they tricked us, maybe to cannibalize us, I don't know. But now we are in the Beast Den, and we're gonna use a quick kill setup real quick. Use my fireballs. Get 2 hits in, dash into him to take 1 damage versus 2, because if he claws you, you take 2 hits, and that makes this whole area a whole lot more scary. Hopefully, I don't get hit again, so I can do that to another one we have coming up. Oh, or that happens. I'm gonna blame Clocky for coming in and cursing the run. Thank you, Clocky. Unfortunately, we have to go a little slower now. But we'll have plenty of Geo. Yeah, unfortunately, so I was trying to kind of skip this little guy waiting on him, but if he hits you, there's a high likelihood that you're also going into the spike, so a bit of a double dip. And when you only have 5 health, you intentionally tanked 1 at the beginning. It leaves not a lot of room for error. Let's save the grub for you guys, because I care.
I guess while we're in the middle of this, I can remind everybody about the cause we're supporting. Haven House Children's Hospice cares for seriously ill babies and children up to the age of 18 by creating a loving and warm environment for them and their families while they go through the toughest of times. No family should have to face alone the difficulties of looking after a child with a serious illness. Although we cannot change their diagnosis, our specialist care teams are here to provide support to parents and caregivers who have children with complex medical needs. Many of our children need 24-hour care and supervision. We are a lifetime for these families, supporting them through their child's illness. We're here for the whole family, including moms, dads, brothers, sisters, and grandparents. If anyone would like to donate to this cause, you can type !donate in our chat to get a link directly towards our cause. And even though our bid's about to close, you can still influence it right now, if you donate right now.
This is about the time, so yeah, any last seconds. Where are we at on that, by the way? Is there any?
Still $20 for Kill Myra.
Oh no. Well, if I have anybody with my emotes, we see some Milas maybe swayed people's decisions real quick before we get on the stag. She's best girl. Oh, all right, murder. That is not what I was hoping for.
The chat has decided.
If Gidge is here, I'm officially going to get unbutted, so just know, I blame you, chat. I blame you. For anybody that hasn't played this game, Myla is a cute, friendly bug that is just a miner. She's looking for crystals in the Crystal Peaks, and yeah, she just sings a lovely song, is really nice to us, but because of the high C infection that we have going on, she unfortunately also gets hit. So, we're on our way, Myla.
I'm not ready.
I'm also not ready. Oh, I forgot you were there. Alright. Here she is. Hi, Myla. Oh no! Listen to her cry! This is on you, chat! This is on you! However, speaking of Myla, there's a Hollow Knight community Myla % race tomorrow, which is the quickest to kill Myla, which is about 18 to 20 minutes. So if you're interested in that, that'll be going on. It'll be a fun little thing. But now, since we have the essence of the three dreamers, we get to open the black egg, wake up our cranky older brother, and go say hi. Because I took a couple hits going to Myla, we are going to bench real quick, and you guys will get to see the glory that is Sporshroom. And maybe you struggled with this boss or something, or you're like, we don't have any upgrades, how are you going to kill him? It's kind of free. So what I'm looking to do here is gather up the 3 soul, heal so I make this yellow cloud, tank hits so that way I can stack the clouds, because for some reason taking hits enables you to put more clouds. But typically you'd only be able to use 1? This game is certainly a video game. That's about all I gotta say. Sometimes his pattern is not so lucky. And now, very iconically, he's going to begin his self-damage phase. We're going to run into him after we do a Spore Shroom Cloud so we can get 3 Spore Shroom Clouds. Parry those just for swag. And he should be getting fairly close here. Yep. Just like that, we absorb his essence, essentially holding the radiance, which is causing the infection, and becoming the new Hollow Knight. Now, if that seems a little strange, this is any percent, that is the bad ending. I highly recommend everybody check it out, see what the true ending is like. Or maybe check out one of the awesome true ending runners. It has been a pleasure. If you guys want to see more of me, I'm on Twitch under GaffeyTaffy. YouTube, same thing. I do a Speedrunners podcast. It's pretty cool. I'm currently really pushing all skills for Hollow Knight, which I think is a really cool category. And yeah. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Thanks for FTLG guys for putting everything together. Corey is a beast. So I hope you all hang out. Maybe donate a little bit if you've got a couple dollars. And yeah. So I guess take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gaffey. It was a pleasure having you. Up next, we have Spyro the Dragon, played by Dylan J. Fox.
And Dylan's great, so you guys are going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess we'll transition right over.